Kentucky, perhaps better known as the Bluegrass State. The nickname comes from the many pastures of fertile soil where bluegrass can be seen growing, especially in central Kentucky. Kentucky became the 15th state in the Union in 1792 and ranks 26th in population. There are several competing theories as to where the name Kentucky originated. The most likely source is from the Iroquois word for prairie or meadow, which is Kentucky. The Native American heritage in Kentucky includes many tribes. The Shawnees from the north and the Cherokees from the south both used the fertile hunting grounds of the Great Meadow. Today, Kentucky has the highest per capita population of deer and turkey and has the largest free-range elk herd east of the Mississippi. 90,000 miles of rivers and streams provide more navigable miles of water than any other state besides Alaska. Kentucky's state bird is the cardinal, and the state fish is the Kentucky spotted bass. The state motto is "United we stand, divided we fall." While the cities of Lexington and Louisville also fought to become the state's capital, the city of Frankfort was officially designated in 1904. The weather in Kentucky is varied. Highs in the summer range in the mid-80s to the mid-20s in the winter. But the record high was 114 degrees and the record low was -37. Warm, moist air can travel northeast from the Gulf of Mexico and influence weather systems, creating disturbances for Kentucky, including tornadoes. Kentucky's fertile soil has had a large influence on the state's successful agriculture activities, including horses and crops. The soil produces grasses that are beneficial to raising thoroughbreds. Known as crider soils, they are deep and well-drained. Crider soils are highly productive for corn, soybeans, tobacco, and hay, which are the top crops in Kentucky. Livestock and livestock products account for about half of Kentucky's farm income, and farmland covers around 50% of the state. Kentucky is the third largest coal producer in the country. It has 2 major coal fields and over 400 coal mines. The global market has changed, and at one time there were over 2,000 coal mines in Kentucky. Electricity from coal continues to be one of the lowest in cost compared to other fuels. Kentucky ranks 3rd in the U.S. behind Michigan and Ohio for light vehicle assembly. Assembly plants like the Kentucky Truck Plant in Louisville, where more than 5,000 people work to manufacture the Ford F-Series pickup truck, are anchors for communities. The Ford Super Duty, Navigator, and Expedition are all made there. All Chevrolet Corvettes since 1981 have been manufactured in Bowling Green, Kentucky, at the General Motors Assembly Plant. Kentucky produced over 1.2 million vehicles in 2013, and it ranked 2nd for light truck production. 1 out of every 10 light vehicles made in America is produced in Kentucky. Kentucky is known for its bourbon whiskey, bluegrass music, and even college basketball, but is perhaps best known for its equine tradition. Horses in Kentucky go hand in hand with historic events like the Kentucky Derby held in Louisville. The race, known as the most exciting 2 minutes in sports, and the Run for the Roses, has been run every consecutive year since 1875. Not surprisingly, Kentucky ranks 1st in thoroughbred horse breeding. The famous Churchill Downs is the site of the famous Kentucky Derby. It was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1986. Many people enjoy products that come out of Kentucky. Who hasn't experienced Kentucky Fried Chicken? Harlan Sanders began selling fried chicken in Corbin, Kentucky in the 1930s. Or how about the Louisville Slugger baseball bat? Or that Happy Birthday to You, the most recognized song in the English language, is attributed to 2 sisters from Kentucky. Or that Bill Monroe, the father of bluegrass music, was from Kentucky. Famous people born in Kentucky include George Clooney, Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp, country singers Billy Ray Cyrus and Dwight Yoakam, Winona Judd and Loretta Lynn. Abraham Lincoln was born in Kentucky in 1809. News anchor Diane Sawyer and famous heavyweight Muhammad Ali were born in Kentucky. Some of the biggest tourist attractions in Kentucky include Mammoth Cave National Park, the most extensive cave system on Earth with more than 350 miles of passageways. The Kentucky Horse Park is the largest state-owned tourist attraction in Kentucky. It's a working horse farm and an educational theme park. It's also a retirement home for some of the best competition horses. The National Corvette Museum chronicles the history of America's favorite sports car. Cumberland Gap National Historic Park, part of the famous passageway through the Allegheny Mountain Range. The Louisville Slugger Factory, the National Quilt Museum, Abraham Lincoln's birthplace. And while you can't tour the U.S. Bullion Depository at Fort Knox, the city has museums and parks to visit. Traveling Interstate 75 through Kentucky, you'll notice the rolling hills and wide views. It passes through the Bluegrass region and finally reaches the Cumberland Plateau as it meanders from Covington to Williamsburg for 191 miles. I-75 passes through the towns of Williamstown and Georgetown before it reaches the only major city along the way, Lexington. Known as the horse capital of the world, it is the center of bluegrass country. Lexington is a major breeder of thoroughbred horses. Big businesses in Lexington include Lexmark, Square D, and Lockheed Martin. Lexington is the second largest city in Kentucky.